Okay, as you guys saw, the title of this video is how to get through a hard time. Whether you're going through depression or addiction or whatever the case may be, you didn't get into a certain program you wanted, you're feeling guilt, you're just not feeling your best, you're anxious, you feel like you're behind in life, whatever it is, you just feel bad. I'm going to give you tips on how to get through that period and how to make sure the rest of your life doesn't follow suit with this bad time. Because a lot of the times I see people, like friends of mine who are older than me, or like adult figures in my life, they go through a hard time, like a midlife crisis or whatever. And I have friends who are in like their like mid-30s and like older. They go through a hard time, they go through a midlife crisis or something, and they fall into like this pattern or this habit of being poor me. So they go through a hard time, and they're like in that hard time during the depression or the midlife crisis or whatever, they're like, this sucks, like why does this happen to me, which is fair, right? You're like, fuck, I hate this. But then when you get out of that, you still follow suit with that. Any small inconvenience, you're like, well, here we go again, my life is against me, everything's against me. And that's really important not to do that, because I have a friend who had, I would say, a rough 3 years, 2 years maybe, but now she's kind of out of it. Like she's, there aren't a million bad things happening to her at once, but she's kind of causing it to happen, in a sense of like, she's making really impulsive decisions because she's like, you know what, my life was against me, I don't even care anymore. She's like, I don't care, like so now, and I know somebody else who's like an adult figure in my life who went through a hard time like maybe 6 years ago, but now every small inconvenience, they're like, well, that's just my life for you. And it's just like, you are manifesting so many negative things into your life because you just can't seem to get out of that mindset. So I'm going to teach you how to get through a hard time, because I've been through many difficult phases in life, and then how to continue, because people always tell me that I'm such an optimistic person and I'm such a positive person. Even like in my job, I get punched in the face a lot by students, like just behavioral students, and I get kicked and stuff, and I still am smiling always. And they're always like, how? And I will teach you. The first thing is to keep your space clean. I know that this sounds so stupid and you're gonna be like, damn, I'm clicking off. Listen, whenever your space is dirty, you are kind of reinforcing to yourself that you don't deserve clean spaces, okay? And I know that whenever you're going through a hard time, the last thing you want to think about is cleaning your damn space. But whenever my space is dirty, I didn't even know this in the past, but I'd always, like, if my space was dirty, I'd always feel angry, but I didn't even connect the two together. I'd just be like irritated all the time and being like, ugh, because your space is a direct reflection of what's going on here. So when my car's a mess and stuff, then I'm more likely to get irritated over small things, to make big deals over things that are not even a big deal, to get mad at the people around me and stuff. And whenever I clean, I'm like, oh, I can feel like I could breathe again. I feel like my mind is working again. I just feel so much more refreshed and rejuvenated and amazing. So it's really important to like keep your space clean, because it will keep your mind clean as well. Okay, I thought it was glitching. And something that I do whenever I'm really not wanting to clean my room, or I'm like, oh my god, like I just want to lay down and close my eyes, like I put a timer on for 2 minutes and I get up and I try for 2 minutes. 2 minutes can do a lot. Just pick up your clothes, do something, because it will also reinforce to yourself that you're going through a hard time and you did that during a hard time. You did hard things during a hard time. And it will make you have more respect for yourself. And yeah, like it's just really important to keep your space clean. So important. People don't talk about it enough. The next thing is to put effort into your appearance. I know that sounds really vain and really stupid, okay? But whenever I go out, like there have been times where I literally, like I would wake up and be like, damn, why did I wake up? Like this is so annoying, like I hate everything. I'd be like, this would have been so much better if I just didn't wake up. Like this would have been so much easier if I didn't wake up. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wanted to sleep forever. And so whenever I had to go out in public and do stuff, it was like the most aggravating shit. I would just be like, oh my fuck, this cannot get any worse. And so whenever I had to go out and run errands or go to school or go to work or whatever, I would just dress like a piece of shit. Like, I would literally, my hair was like, and like my clothes were disgusting, and I just didn't give a gaff. Okay, I didn't care I didn't care about anyone's opinions about me. I didn't care about anything. I was just like, I'm just doing this because I know I have to. Like, I was just living day by day, knowing that I have to live day by day. You know what I'm saying? So I was just going through life, not really living it, but just going through it. Like, just breezing by, hoping that things don't go wrong. But I started to just watch videos on TikTok and stuff, and just watch the way people presented themselves. And I think that the more I present myself a certain way, like the more I dress up, the more, it doesn't need to be anything fancy, like just this is fine, just make sure there's no stains on you and stuff. Do your hair a little bit, put on a little bit of concealer or whatever, and it will make you feel just more put together and a little bit happier. Because whenever you like know you look bad and you know you're not taken care of, it just adds to bad mental health. It really, really does. Whenever you know that you're neglecting yourself, you're neglecting your, first of all, like we said, your environment. Don't neglect your environment, because that just reinforces that you don't deserve a clean space and a good space. And something that someone told me is that, like, you kind of have to think about life like a journey, right? And every single time you're in a car, you're on a journey somewhere. And if your environment in your car is dirty and messy, this is a great example right here. I'm amazing. But whenever your car is dirty and whatever, it just kind of reinforces like you're on a messy journey, you're on a messy road, you know what I mean? So whenever you take care of yourself and you at least like take showers every day, at least brush your hair, something, then you will feel more put together, and you will be like, okay, I deserve to be treated well. And not because you don't deserve to be treated well if you're not looking your best, but what I'm saying is that you deserve to respect yourself enough to get yourself ready, to brush your hair, to brush your teeth. And I know that sometimes it's just like the motivation isn't there, but just drag yourself and just dare yourself and try to do it. The next thing is to go outside. Okay, very simple. Go outside. And it does not have to be to go to a restaurant. That is daunting as frig. Whenever I was like suffering of extreme anxiety and I tried to go outside to a restaurant with my friends, I ended up having like a major panic attack and leaving. It was horrific. But just go outside in your backyard, or to like a forest or something that nobody's really in, like the woods or something. Go to a beach that there aren't many people around. Do something. Or if you're okay being around people, and that's cool too. Like, sometimes just seeing people also helps. Being like, okay, I'm not the only person here, and realizing that a lot of people around you are actually probably going through the same shit as you, and they're just trying day by day too. It's not just you. But going outside and like seeing colors and seeing cars and seeing grass and just like small simple things, and actually getting like air is really important. It'll make you feel so much better. Because whenever we're in our room, sometimes we just think like this is all there is to life. It's just our room and our sadness and our emptiness, and that's not true. Like, there's so much more to life, and the more you look outside, you see like there's opportunities. There's people out there who've been in the same position as you, and now they're able to go outside and go do things. So people watching also helps, and just like going outside and looking at things and keeping your mind, I guess, moving. And an example of this actually was during my most recent job. There were times where I was in a like closet-sized room with a nonverbal autistic child, and I loved that child so much. But being in a room like that constantly with nobody around you, looking at the same thing all day, very little functioning light, and just like, it was all things that this child needed, but for me it was very hard, because I think it just solidifies that like it makes it worse for your mental health even without a mental health disorder. So whenever you have a mental health disorder, you're going through a really hard time, that like neglection, like like withdrawal from society, or like not being able to see people, not being able to go outside. There wasn't even a window in this room. So that really showed me how important it is to go outside and see things and see color. And I feel like that's a reason why there's a lot of like seasonal depression, is because we stay inside a lot because it's so cold and it's all white all the time and we don't really get to see color. So it's really, really important to take care of yourself and go outside. And my last piece of advice is to have a comfort thing, okay? A lot of people will probably be like, no, that's a bad idea. Here's why I think it's a good idea, okay? It's hard enough to live every single day just to live for yourself, okay? If you can shift that focus onto something else, like you have a comfort YouTuber, you have a comfort TikToker, social media influencer, celebrity, maybe like a job that you love, or like a friend that you love, or a family member, or something, like somebody that you can seek comfort out of, a movie, a show, a song, something that you can live for, not live for, but more so seek comfort in. Like if a family member is willing to see you a lot, like your mom or your dad or your siblings or something, somebody or something that you can rely on a little bit, because it's already hard enough whenever you have no will to survive, seriously, or you're just going through a hard time. And once you are out of that, once these thoughts or this moment in your life kind of passes along, then you can work on living for yourself again instead of somebody else. But I think that something that helped me was like seeking, and this doesn't mean like to completely rely on a significant other or something, or rely on like a toxic person. I mean more so like confide in someone that you trust in, like, and stuff like that. So like something that I did was I found comfort in like a YouTuber that I really liked. So if I was going through a hard time, I would watch their YouTube videos a lot because they would make me laugh, they would make me happy and things like that. So now whenever I go through small hard times, like I do poorly on a test or I have a bad day or something, I still watch them and it still gives me happiness now. So it just kind of gives you strategies on how to get through something that's difficult, I think. And you know what, don't let anybody tell you what is best and what's not best and stuff. They can obviously give you advice like what I'm doing, but you are easily able to reject those too and be like, that's not going to work for me. Don't let people tell you that if there's something that's helping you get through a hard time, that's the most important thing, as long as it's not like harmful towards you. But you know, there are some things that we do that don't make sense to other people, but it helps us get through a hard time, and that's really the most important thing, is to keep ourselves happy and to keep ourselves, you know, alive and well, and to just get through these hard times. And people can disagree all they want with what you're doing, but really you need to do what you think is best for yourself. And another thing that's really important to remember is that these times do not reflect who you are as a person. And just because you're going through a hard time doesn't mean that it's a hard life. Or just because you're going through a bad time doesn't mean it's a bad life. You could turn it around and it's going to be fine. Seriously, this does not define who you are as a person. If you got kicked out of your dream program because there was somebody actually recently who got their dream job and they actually got let go of, and they went through a really hard time with it, but this does not reflect who you are. Like, it doesn't. There's other jobs out there, and I know it sucks right now hearing that, but these things will pass. I promise you, as somebody who has gone through some shit and has made plenty of mistakes and gone through a lot of hard moments in life, things pass. Like, I promise you, things pass. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on life. Things will pass. It's going to be okay. But yeah, that's the video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you love it. And I really hope that everything works out for you. I know it will. I don't hope it will. I know it will. I actually do know it will. But yeah,